inside. Look at that, that looks lush, doesn't it? Oh, I'm really looking forward to trying this now. I'm just going to give this a little try. It's quite biscuit-like on the outside, so it is a bit like a rock cake, I would say. But it's really lovely and soft on the inside. Hi everyone, and welcome back to Gigi's Kitchen, and if you are new here then hello and welcome. My name's Alexis, and in today's video I want to share with you how to make these delicious banana and raisin lentil muffins. As I just mentioned, today I want to share with you how to make some really delicious muffins. This recipe is very easy to prepare and cook, plus this recipe contains lots of protein and fibre, and I'm going to be using lentil flour for this recipe, and I've just discovered how much protein and fibre lentils have, so I really want to share this recipe with you today. So the first thing I did for this recipe was I preheated my oven to 200 degrees, and then I put about 250 grams of lentils into my blender and I set it to smoothie, and then I just blended the lentils until they form this flour, and I'm going to pour the flour into my mixing bowl like so, and then to that I have some pea protein. In the original recipe I said almond, but I might change that to pea or almond protein. Pea protein actually has more protein per 100 grams than almond flour does, so if you're looking for a really protein packed muffin, then pea protein would be a brilliant way to go. And we tend to digest separate proteins as well, so anything that's like just one singular protein is much easier for our bodies to digest. So in here I have about 150 grams of pea protein. I'm just going to pour that in as well. And then to that I've got some tapioca starch. I've got about 100 grams of tapioca starch. I have 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and I have a small teaspoon of ground sweet cinnamon. And I'm just going to add those ingredients in, and I'm going to mix everything together until everything is well mixed in. I don't throw it all over myself, that is. I always do things like that. Anybody else? I'm sure you do. And then just mixing these round, and then I'm going to go and deal with my wet ingredients next. I've set my dry ingredients to one side, so now I am going to deal with my wet ingredients. So in this saucepan here I have about 100 grams of coconut oil that I just simply melted down in a saucepan, and I'm going to pour that into my mixing bowl like so. And then I'm going to add about 150 grams of coconut oil to that as well. And I'm going to blend these ingredients together. I have blended those ingredients together, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in 2 eggs. So I've got 2 large eggs that I'm just going to add, and then I'm going to whisk these into the fat and the sugar. I'm going to add a teaspoon of vanilla extract, so I'm just going to pop that in as well, and I'm also going to add in my 2 bananas. So I've got 2 large bananas here. One of them is very ripe, as you can see, and the other one isn't so ripe. Personally, I don't think it really matters, but there'll be probably someone out there screaming at me going, it does matter, but as ripe as you can get them is fine, I think. I would have had them riper, but I ate one of the ripe ones this morning because I do like them quite ripe. So, but anyway, I'm adding these to the bowl, like so. And then I'm going to whisk everything together. I've whisked all of those ingredients together, and I've grabbed my dry ingredients again. And now I'm going to add the wet ingredients to the dry ones. So I'm just going to pour this into the bowl, and I will mix everything together. Now this mixture, even though I've just poured a load of wet ingredients on it, might still be quite dry. So I have some coconut water there, which I'm going to add if it is. the lentils tend to soak up a lot of the liquid from the wet ingredients. So I always have water on hand just to make it look more like a cake batter than a biscuit batter basically. So I'm going to add in a little bit of the coconut water. You can use water or you could use milk if you wanted to as well. Obviously these aren't vegan, but if you know a clever way to make these vegan then please do. I normally do use all of that water, so I'm just going to add the rest of that water, and then hopefully this will look a lot more like a cake batter. I'm going to mix these ingredients together, and then I have pre-greased some muffin trays. So I just used a little bit of the coconut oil that I melted down earlier, and I brushed it inside the muffin trays. And I'm going to grab myself an ice cream scoop in a moment, and I shall scoop out this mixture and I will put it into the muffin trays, and then we'll throw it in the oven. Well, not throw it, but you know what I mean. So yes, that's looking much more like a cake batter. If you want to add more milk or water, then please do, but that for me is perfect. I like these to look a bit like rock cakes, so I'm going to leave the consistency like that. But as I said, if you wanted to add more milk or water, then you could do. I've grabbed the muffin trays and an ice cream scoop, but then I've remembered I haven't added the raisins in, so I'm going to add the raisins in now, and I'm going to mix these in to the cake batter like so, until they're all well mixed in, which I think they are now. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to scoop out some of this mixture into the muffin tray that I greased earlier, like so. And I'm just going to continue to do this until I have used up all of this mixture. Finished scooping out the mixture from the bowl, and I've put it into the muffin trays, and I'm now off to pop these into my preheated oven for about 20 to 25 minutes. These don't take too long on 180 degrees to cook. So yes, as I said, I'm off to pop these into the oven for about 20 to 25 minutes, or until they've gone a lovely golden brown colour. The muffins have been in the oven for 20 minutes, and as you can see they've turned a lovely golden brown colour. So I'm going to take these out, I'm going to leave them to cool, and then I will try one and let you know how they taste. But these smell so good right now. As promised, I've left these to cool for a little while, and I'm going to try one now and let you know how they taste. They felt really soft and light when I pulled them out of the muffin trays. So I just wanted to show you the inside. Look at that, that looks lush, doesn't it? Oh, I'm really looking forward to trying this now. I'm just going to give this a little try. It's quite biscuit-like on the outside, so it is a bit like a rock cake, I would say. But it's really lovely and soft on the inside. But yes, I'm really looking forward, to having one of these as a little treat this afternoon. That's how you make these delicious banana and raisin lentil muffins, and that recipe I will link in the description box below for you. As I mentioned earlier, I'm going to be having one or maybe two of these as a little sweet treat this afternoon. So I'm really looking forward to that because they smell and taste so good. So for now, that's it from me. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to watching my next video.